everyone, welcome back. And this is Naveen from UI Brains. So this is a continuation series of Node.js. And last videos we have discussed about Node.js modules. So as we all know, Node.js contains various types of modules like we have core modules, custom modules, and third-party NPM modules. So we already covered how to use and how to install and how to import the core module and how to work with the core modules based on a Node.js documentation. And we also discuss a custom module. So how to create a custom modules by the actual Node.js developer and what are the code you can write and how to uh, how to call those functions from different JavaScript files. So how different JavaScript files has been connected together like modules. So this concept is custom modules, right? So we have discussed that thing in the last class. So now in this video, we are going to discuss about NPM module. It's called third party module. Actually, just think once why we need third party modules. So when you want to develop any server side application, you have to do a lot of things. Just tell me what a server side web development can be done. I mean, what you expect in server side web development, right? Server side web development will be doing it just gets the request data. Okay, so from the client it gets the request data, it does some process, right? And various other calculations and validation processing, adding to database and getting database and generate some response and giving back, right? So in this process that you do a lot of things, right? So let me tell you some good examples. What are those things is, generally you will be having like one person has login. Okay, if one person has login, you are not going to store the data as it is into database. Suppose a user is having a username and the password, right? Or else if one person has registered, he'll be having an email, name and password, right? So the email is okay, name also you can store as it is in database, but thing is the password, will you store the user's password as it is in database? What are the problems you can face if you store in that way? You face a lot of problem because if you store data, the password, okay, specifically the password, if you store as it is into database, the database administrator, once he log into the database, he can see everyone's password and everyone's email. So he can just log in with the other person's email and password, and he can do some data discrepancy will happen, right? So we must have to convert the password to the hash password, or we have to encode the password, and then we have to store into database. Next, and when the person has login, we have to get the encrypted password from database, and we have to decode it, and then, I mean, encoded data to decode it, and check with the person which is entered, is it matching or not? If match, display back. So that's one type of process you have to do, right? Just tell me, to perform a hash code, I mean to perform encoding and decoding of the password, so what you have to do? There is no module has given. Okay, so first let's start with core module. There is no module has given from Node.js to do the encoding. So what you do? If no core module, will you develop the custom module? It means you have to write your own code. It's like algorithm. You have to keep on writing your own logic on algorithm. It takes a lot of time. And also just think, so this problem is not just yours. Everyone who is developing an application, everyone who is developing the JavaScript backend in Node.js, so they everyone wanted to hash code. Okay, everyone wanted to encode the password. So who has to give this passcode encode library is npm. So in Node.js there is one npm. So this is a Node.js package manager. So with this is acts as a repository. Okay, so this acts as a repository, spelling wrong, yeah, repository of all these kind of third party models, libraries. Okay, so this person, you can trust him. So this person you can get a lot of repositories like suppose you wanted to, let me tell you some examples on this good repositories and good libraries you can use at third party. The very first thing is bcrypt.js. Okay, So this bcrypt.js is one third-party library which we can use to hash code, okay, to convert the password to encode. And we have another thing called JSON Web Tokens. So this is one third-party module again to maintain a token-based authentication system between a client and the server. Okay, so this is JSON Web Token. So we can generate some new token based on this payload and some secret key. Okay, that's JSON Web Token, and this is not, we are not going to develop. It's default given by npm as a third-party module. You have to download it and integrate to your code and start using it. So with that, there are plenty of hundreds and thousands of modules are there. There is one more is movement.js. So what this movement is, if you want to perform some date related operations like something like when you upload a video to the YouTube, right? So you get a minute ago, 2 minutes ago, or 1 hour ago, right? So 5 hours ago. So for these type of critical date related queries, we can use this movement module. And along with that, we have .env. So this is to maintain the property files for your application. You want to write any configuration setup like the database, what you call database URLs, any server side URLs. If you want to maintain a separate properties file, environment variables for your application, we have to use this. Anyway, we're going to discuss all this. And anything else? Okay, so like this. And if you want to send an email, there is something called node mailer. Okay, so if your application want to send an emails between your application to someone else, so we have a node mailer. You don't need to write everything from the scratch to send the mails, right? And we also have Stripe. So Stripe is for payments. Okay, if you want to do any credit card payments, we have a beautiful module, and that's open source free module that's called Stripe. And we also have one third party module called Express. We all know Express.js. So Express.js is also one third party module of Node.js, and this is used to develop faster web development using inbuilt on Node.js. And we also have MongoDB. This is one third-party module to connect your application to database. And we also have Mongoose. This is one schema-based library which also uses the MongoDB inbuilt. So there are a lot of other, plenty of modules as we discussed. Okay, so let's see how to install these modules. How can I get this modules, and where can I get them, and how can we incorporate those modules into our application, and how to use them, okay, instead of developing from the scratch. Instead of reinventing the wheel, you can just get the libraries and you can start using them, right? So let's see how to use those modules into your application. Okay, so let's start with the first module that's called bcrypt.js in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll meet in the next video. Thank you.